I recently reviewed 2 Retroactive Jealousy self-help books, Zachary Stockill's book and one from Toby Ingham. And then people in the comments said, you should read this one, Retroactive Jealousy, Finally I'm Out by Joshua Fletcher. So thank you for the heads up, because I'd come across Joshua through his Disordered podcast, which is great, by the way. And he's a psychotherapist who often goes by the name Anxiety Josh. But I didn't know he'd overcome retroactive jealousy himself and written a book about it with a full-on sense of humour. I laughed out loud reading this multiple times. In the What is Retroactive Jealousy section, Joshua lists the symptoms and the usual causes, insecurity, anxiety, etc. But he keeps this brief because, as he says, you're probably sick of hearing about it. You want to know what to do about it. Some real insights here. Social conditioning, for example. Some guys adopt a kind of laddish masculine attitude when they're teenagers to be one of the lads or avoid being bullied by them. And as part of that, it involves putting down certain girls, the easy ones. So a kind of misogyny mindset right there. Men should have more sexual freedom than women. But do we really believe that? And then fast forward to the reality of falling in love with a girl with some sort of sexual past, and we feel really conflicted. Also on the insecurity front, now guys struggling with RJ often have a bit of a reaction when this is suggested. I'm not insecure, but it's not just about sexual insecurity. It's other doubts we might have about ourselves, our status, or how we're viewed by the world at large. People with RJ often say, it feels like I'm being laughed at. Getting to the meat of how to overcome RJ thoughts, Joshua says to observe them. I'm having the thought, my adrenaline is ramping up the feeling. I'm thinking this out of habit. I'm following that well-worn neural pathway in my brain that I've been down hundreds of times. And then rerouting the thought, doing something different in response. Get up and move, do a puzzle, do a bit of DIY, do the washing up, do something. For what it's worth, I agree with the observing bit and the case for laying down new neural pathways. But not so much the find a distraction, do something else bit, because we really want to get to not responding in any way, and we can. Joshua recommends backing up this work by reflecting on our beliefs, our identity and our values, and he expands on this well with lots of food for thought. Then there's a what to do now section with 10 clear guidelines, like recognise these patterns of anxiety, apply your common sense, stop blaming others, take your partner off the pedestal, that's a top tip right there, and try to get on with your life. As the reviewer here and the nitpicker, some advice in this book can seem a bit, you must change this or that. For example, Joshua says, it's natural to feel upset at having these intrusive thoughts. I agree. But your new perspective is, I'm now okay with these thoughts because analysing just makes me not okay with it. It's easier said than done. And that's the role of therapy and deeper work. And I'm sure Joshua would agree. And he doesn't try to upsell us some kind of online course that costs many hundreds of dollars. And this book has some of those well-intended reframes that never quite land. If sex with your partner is good, that's due to accumulated experience. Sex with someone inexperienced is often disappointing, so you should be grateful. It's probably true, but it is quite an ask. It takes time and determination to change these ingrained ways of thinking about ourselves and about our partner's past. Joshua says there will be frustrations and disappointments along the way. True that. Joshua dedicates this book to anyone with the bravery to look at themselves and think, no, I've got this wrong. Do I think it works? Yes. Just like Zachary Stockill's book, I can imagine someone with a lighter experience of RJ finally getting out or getting a good way out. There's a feedback section at the end of the book from people who did, and it looks legit to me. And for those of us who need a bit more support, therapy or something more comprehensive, this book is a solid foundation. So good work, Joshua Fletcher, when you wrote it 10 years ago. I hope this is helpful for you, and if you have a recommendation, a book, a video, a course that got you out of RJ, do let me know because I'm all ears. Thank you for watching.